Hello everyone, and welcome back to our second glow season. Very shortly after the death of Uncle Tonnen this time. Once again, the world has been cast into darkness as our suns have disappeared, and all of the mushrooms have lit up with these beautiful lights. Dees definitely thinks there's something different going on out here, but I'm feeling kind of nervous about all this. On the one hand, I'm really glad that it's another beautiful glow season, and at least we're getting a little older. On the other hand, I feel like I just want to walk along and like pat all of the colony's walls to make sure they're stable and sturdy enough. And I'm actually kind of worried about geophonics and the idea that maybe somewhere inside here, Cal's little pet might be transforming. That's actually my biggest concern of the day. And oh yeah, we're too stressed out to do anything, but I just can't help but think that there might be something going on with Cal's pet, and I really hope it doesn't come to like it trying to eat everybody or trying to put it down or anything like that. So for now, I guess we need to relax. We're way too stressed to actually do anything because we were pushing ourselves so, 100 out of 100. We were pushing ourselves so ridiculously hard to try to get to 60 on biology, or at least improve our toughness up to 30. It was up to 20 so that we could actually go ahead and tell Uncle Tonnen that we were brave enough and strong enough to be able to go outside. But he's dead now. An enemy? An enemy rolls a bobber fruit down her arm and flicks it to you with her elbow. Well, she's feeling fine, I guess. Then munches down on one of her own while she watches the construction crews work on the walls. Kinda cool, huh? She says. Soon this place is gonna look like a real colony. Well... I don't want to give her my mush log, but we can actually finally start training together. And I wonder if gaining another new card for physical might be something that could rescue us in the future. On your way to the sports ball pitch, an enemy shares a story about the time her brother Calm once spiked the ball so hard he broke Utopia's nose back when she used to play sports ball too. She describes it in gory detail. Oh boy, telling a violent tale? Oh, I don't know about that. -2 to neighboring social cards, but it does give a huge boost to like the physical cards, so I think that's good. But don't go easy on me, she exclaims. That's why we have med beds, right? Plus I might get a cool scar. She thumbs a blue scaled scar on her jaw right under her ear. They gave her a really terrifying power, if you ask me, guys. I mean, every time she gets hurt, there's a net benefit. Maybe they did that on purpose to train up some of the people for the garrisons, though? Dees? Yeah, he's still poking him. Okay. He was doing this last time, too. Dees pokes a glowing bubble bud with his toe. The seed head snaps free and drifts up into the dark of glow, slowly breaking up into little luminescent specks. Make a wish, he says. Alright. Well, we already know Mom told us to stay close. We're already too stressed to do anything else. So right now, we're going to go ahead and relax on the walls, which will actually improve our relationship with Dees, allow us to potentially forget one of our memories, like the baby ones would be pretty good since they're worth 0, and we can take off, hopefully, a ton of stress. Oh boy, okay. Alright. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working. And because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter in the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. This is life. So, it's nice to help keep watch. The perfect place to slack off. This is a good place to study. I think we would keep watch. It's glow season. And I think I would be too nervous. I would want to go back inside if I was going to look at my holopad. Sometimes you offer to fill in on lookout duty so someone can go grab a meal. Maybe someday you'll be allowed to work full shifts as a lookout yourself, but you find it's not as relaxing as you think. Oh, hey Solsyria. Dees pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here. Do you mind if I sit here too? Oh man, ew, just keep your stink downwind. Heck yeah, come sit beside me. Sure, there's plenty of room. He does not like being close to people, so yeah, there's plenty of room. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Dias shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone, before you discovered it. Excellent. We feel pretty relaxed. I'm never going to forget Tammy's, like, wonderfully kind card on Tammy's care. Forget that. I will, however, forget how to crawl. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner. Adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think that the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Here we go again. Then, just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the sun almost rises past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your holopalm. Shelter in the creche. This is not a drill. Okay. Oh no, 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 no. Dad? Dad? No, 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 no. Dad? You get another message from your dad. Mom and I are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Aunt Annie to the creche and wait for us, okay? Oh no, Auntie Annie! Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gates. That's if I had... We could get bravely helping to fight. That's if I had more bravery. I knew we needed more bravery. You head for the children's creche. Even with the emergency lights on, your feet could never forget the way. When you get there, you spot Tangent and Deese huddled together on the beanbag chairs. Deese is stone-faced, as usual, and he's holding Tangent in his arms. You can't remember the last time you saw them this close. Tang must be really scared. Maybe they let her in on what's actually out here. You take a seat on the beanbag chair and wait. Other children filter into the room after you. An enemy, her little brother Nougat. You don't see him, so Cal must be sheltering with your parents in the greenhouses. You hope they're okay. Talk to Deese and Tang, sit in silence. I think they're having a moment, and they very rarely sit together or even interact happily, the twins. So I'm going to go ahead and just sit in silence instead. You look around at the other children. Some are anxious, some are crying, and some look bored. Most are keeping to themselves and staying quiet. You pull up your holo novel and keep reading. You don't hear much from outside. After a while, the sirens sound all clear, and you file back to your quarters. Your mom and dad join you right away and give you a big hug, and thank you for following their instructions. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defense improvements were exactly what we needed, your mom grumbles. Ugh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats her hand. Credit where credit's due, Flufu Belly, he says, and she smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Your mom nods. And they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, he sighs. What a way to go. Wait, Professor Hal? Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. Yeah, they're going to announce in a few hours after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into engineering wing for a little bit. Not until it's decontaminated. Excuse me? You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. And the engineering wing is where you take classes. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a place. You fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. If that's the case... Did he have something from this planet where we were taking our lessons from some of the alien flora and fauna? And it transformed somehow? But who's teaching class now then? Oh my goodness! Wow, so we gained 22 biology this time. We had 12 toughness. We gained a lot of friendship with Cal, lost some with Mars. We ended up getting, gosh, not really, a little bit of organizing, but not really anything else. But now we're 12 years old. Or at least going to be pretty soon. I hope our parents will celebrate another birthday with us. Oh wow, look who it is! You step cautiously through the colony gates. Sulceria! How's it going, little sis? Chief Surveyor Utopia steps casually out to bar your way while making it look like an accident. Hello there! I don't know if you're ready to head out there and join the surveyors just yet. Why don't you skedaddle and stick to sports ball inside the walls for now? She rubs her knuckles on your scalp and sends you on your way. So we can tell her we're tough enough or we're brave enough. Has the bestiary been updated? No, it hasn't. Let's see what happens if we tell her we're tough enough. Well, I'll be. Utopia drawls, grappling you playfully. You ain't lying, kid. You've got grit. Listen, she tells you. I'll speak to your parents. You're still a bit young, but I wager next year you can join the junior survey teams, right? Just hold on until then. Sorry, Sprout. Dejected, you drag your feet as you go back through the gates safely. Psst. What's that? You look around questioningly. Psst. It's Dees. He's hiding behind some bushes? That's so typical. He puts a finger to his lips and motions you to follow him. Sure, you figure. Why not? He leads you silently along the walls towards the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? You check to make sure nobody else noticed, then scuttle over to where you last saw him. Behind some popflower bushes, there's a drainage pipe in the wall big enough to crawl through. A heavy gate keeps animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. You could sneak out. Whoa, unlock sneak out in expeditions? If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the subaqueous swamps or the other cool places the surveyors get to, well, you could sneak through here to explore just outside the colony walls. If Dees does it, how dangerous could it be? Oh my gosh. 2 bravery, 1 perception, and more friendship with Dees. You guys, that just might really tempt me. It takes a while to find Dees, but when you do, you almost wish he hadn't. He's standing over the bloated body of a dead hopeye, nudging it with a stick. When he sees you, his eyes go wide. I didn't do it, he scowls. It was like this when I found it. Really? Okay, just poking dead animals, but we all process grief differently, I suppose. Are you doing okay, Cal? Cal has collected a fine assortment of plastic and metal containers and assembled them for what passes into a drum set, and he's clattering away at them as echoes go through the garden. When he sees you, he twirls his drumstick and gives you a cheeky smile. What? They were just gonna get nano-recycled anyway. I love seeing how all the kids have, like, handled this all differently. Dad, I'm glad you're alive. Oh, that's Mom. Okay, so Mom's fine? Dad? Yep, Dad's fine. Man, they're taking Professor Hall dying kind of weirdly in stride. Royal blue or peacock? Mars asks, holding up 2 different jackets. Or should I just recycle both and have the shop nanoprint a different color entirely? She folds both jackets over her arms and sighs. Or maybe a different material? Translucent, maybe? Ugh, so many choices. At least I have more than enough kudos to burn. Good for you. Good for you. I guess nobody's gonna react to the fact? Oh, wait. I think that Tangent might have been close to Professor Hall. Don't, Tang says, holding up your... as soon as you open your mouth to speak. What? She holds up one scolding finger. I'm about to make a breakthrough. Don't interrupt me unless it's serious. I feel like I really need to work on, like, my reasoning to bond with her. You don't see an enemy. She sees you first. Tag! She exclaims, pouncing on you from behind. You're it! Okay, now you would need getting your butt kicked. Now you would need toughness 40 or greater. All right, all right. Man, all of the choices. I mean, we could go ahead and continue to work on our xenobotany. That gives us a lot of wonderful benefits, and I think... But I kind of want to know, guys, if we came down to our classes, who's teaching them now? Who's in charge of all this? Oh, and engineering isn't available because it has to be decontaminated. Oh. Huh. Engineering and reasoning, creativity and persuasion. Well, do I almost have enough? That would be persuasion. Empathy, I have no idea where we can dig that out yet. Yeah, that's just relaxing in the lounge. Is there any empathy? I don't think there's going to be empathy to be found over in delivering supplies. And nope, no empathy there. They don't even pay us a lot of kudos. Forget that nonsense. Huh. Well, guys, what should we do? Take the safe route and go ahead and just carry on with trying to get our biology up to 60 with Cal? Or do you think we should spend a little bit of time sneaking out and trying to discover what's out there with Dees? I feel sort of conflicted about all of it. Huh. Well, thank you guys for joining me on this. I'm sorry that Professor Hell died. And it sounds really suspicious that they have to do an entire decontamination project. But maybe we'll be able to figure out a little bit more of the story next time. If you guys would like to join us, you know what to do. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye!